You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Dane County has extended its mask mandate, but sets a date for it to end as well.
Mark Kane joins us now with the latest information about how local public health officials will proceed from here. Mark?
Susan and Eric, November 27th, 2 days after Thanksgiving. That's a 22-day extension on the current mask mandate by county health officials. The hope is there will be no reason to extend the mandate beyond that date. With the current order set to expire on Friday, the decision announced today comes due to decreasing case rates, increasing vaccination rates, and also the expected expansion of the booster dose eligibility for children ages 5 to 11. Now, after November 27th, masks are still suggested for one setting in particular.
We absolutely strongly recommend that all schools continue to universally mask. We know that schools that have layered prevention mitigation strategies in place that include masks are less likely to have outbreaks.
The COVID numbers jumped in Dane County as the Delta variant spread. Public health officials believe having a mask mandate in Dane County helped slow the spread more quickly. Dane County has the highest vaccination rate in the state. The county says over 85% of eligible residents have at least one dose of a vaccine. Our Brad Hamilton is live on State Street tonight with how folks downtown are reacting. Brad?
Well, I think there is some mounting frustration, but plenty of folks that we spoke with out here tonight do see both sides of this decision. Now, a couple of key points that people brought up tonight. The first one was that Dane County is the only county in the state that does have a mask mandate. And remember, our vaccination rate in this county is the highest in the state at 75%. But I think some people we spoke with also believe that this mandate is working.
I understand the frustration. I'm a nurse, so I also have the frustration of like low staffing, lots of sick patients, and a lot of those are vaccinated and a lot of them are unvaccinated. So there's still a huge bulge on the healthcare community, and so I feel like it's still a responsibility of the public to like support our healthcare workers.
We did ask public health if there's any scenario where this mask mandate could be extended, but right now they said there's no indication of that, and they're just going to continue to follow the science as this continues to trend onward throughout the month. Now, we're going to keep you up to date with the latest. You can count on us as soon as we figure out more information or hear more on why this mask mandate is continuing its extension. Reporting live tonight in Madison, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
Brad, Mark, thank you. Large businesses across the U.S. may soon be required to enforce vaccine mandates or weekly testing for their employees. The Labor Department's ruling would apply to private businesses who employ 100 people or more. The measure also requires employers to give workers paid time off to get vaccines and to recover from any side effects. Workers who opt for testing instead of vaccination must wear face coverings at work. Companies that fail to comply could be fined up to $14,000 per violation. Meanwhile, a vaccine mandate for city workers started today in New York.
And it's been met with some resistance. Elise Preston has the details.
About 9,000 New York City workers have been put on unpaid leave after refusing to comply with a COVID-19 vaccine mandate.
Anyone who hasn't so far, there's still a chance to fix it. Come in, get vaccinated, come back to work.
Mayor Bill de Blasio says the mandate is working, with more than 3,500 municipal employees getting the shot over the weekend. As of Monday morning, 91% of all city workers are vaccinated. Among the holdouts, 15% of police officers, 17% of sanitation workers, and 23% of firefighters. The firefighters union called the mandate's execution haphazard and warned of trouble.
We're hoping fire coverage is not impinged upon, but it's very hard to say this time.
No firehouses are closed, and the city says response time is consistent. But there are staffing shortages, which department brass blame on a sick count of 2,300 firefighters.
The department is not without tools to look into discipline for these members.
The issue of mandates made its way to Capitol Hill, where firefighters in D.C. also voiced their objections.
We're not opposing the vaccine. However, we are 100% opposing the mandate here in D.C.
The Biden administration is planning to publish in the coming days its rule requiring private sector companies with 100 or more employees to mandate the vaccine or adopt a regular testing and masking policy. The White House has said this would impact some 80 million private sector workers. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Now that the FDA has approved Pfizer's vaccine for children ages 5 through 11, kids could get the shot as early as this week. It all comes down to when the CDC will give its final approval. The committee in charge of that decision is meeting tomorrow morning. Some parents are preparing their children while others are more hesitant. Health officials say while children are less likely to get severe COVID, thousands of children have been hospitalized. So it's a good idea to do what you can to keep them safe.
For parents who tell me that they don't know the long-term risks of the vaccine, I would say we also don't know the long-term risks of COVID. We really have to weigh the risks and benefits of everything.
Pfizer's lower dose vaccine was found to be 91% effective in children.
All right, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Gary is back from his hula lessons in Hawaii, enjoying quite a drop in temperatures, Gary, for probably what you experienced last week.
Look how tan you are.
Yeah, man, he's a bronze god out there.
About a 40-degree drop in temperatures, but it's nice to be back home, and the weather's pretty quiet. It seems more fall-like to start with. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. Got a little batch of clouds that's kind of drifting in from the north and west. That just kind of adds to the chill in the air, and some of those clouds are producing flurries of snow up to the north. So far, nothing across our viewing area. But as we take a look at low temperatures this morning, it's pretty chilly. Madison dropped to 33. Temperatures were in the upper to middle 20s to our north and west, and high temperatures only made it into the middle 40s across most of southern Wisconsin. Right now, those temperatures already as cool as 38 degrees at the Baraboo Dells Airport, 42 right now in Madison. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down to about 27 as skies clear out overnight. Tomorrow should be a partly sunny and chilly day with a high of 43. Looks like we'll see a bit of a warm-up toward the end of the week. I'll tell you how mild temperatures will get in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. Jury selection is underway in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. Protests broke out in Kenosha last summer after a police officer shot Jacob Blake. Rittenhouse is charged with shooting and killing 2 men during those protests. He was 17 years old when he traveled from his home in Illinois to Wisconsin, getting a gun along the way. His lawyers say he was armed with an AR-15 style rifle and was intending to protect businesses after arson and looting broke out. They argue that the shooting was self-defense. Jacob Blake's uncle was at a protest outside of the courtroom today where he described the victims of the shooting as peaceful.
These were peaceful rally people that came from a peaceful rally for Jacob Blake and were trying to go home when they were gunned down and murdered by this young man.
He came into a situation, whether that gun was there or not, he used it to protect himself.
Rittenhouse faces life in prison if he is convicted.
Authorities in Sauk County are releasing more information about a crash that killed 3 people and injured 2 others last week in the town of Fairfield. They say the driver had already died by the time first responders arrived at the scene. A 17-year-old boy also died at the scene, while a 17-year-old girl died from her injuries later at a hospital. 2 others, a 17-year-old girl and 21-year-old, have serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities say speed and the way the vehicle was being driven were factors that caused the crash.
Well, there could be concerns at one nursing home, but that's not enough evidence to indicate a statewide problem.
And that is the latest message today from Wisconsin's top elections official after Racine County Sheriff's allegations last week of wrongdoing. Naomi Coles now with the latest. Naomi.
The issue is whether nursing home residents at a Racine County home had their votes victimized by nursing home staff. Now, while the sheriff implied last week without evidence that it might be a statewide problem, Megan Wolf said today there's no evidence of that. She flatly rejected calls for her resignation today from top Republican lawmakers, saying the Elections Commission didn't break the law and all she did was follow the rules the commission set for her.
Being nonpartisan means that when somebody wants or expects me to do something that is motivated by partisan politics, that I have to stand strong and I have to rise above those attempts to sway me. It also means that sometimes partisans from either side of the aisle are upset with me simply because I did my job.
The commission voted 18 months ago to suspend the rule where special voting deputies had to go with absentee ballots to nursing homes. And that's because nursing homes weren't allowing anyone in during the pandemic. Tonight at 6 o'clock, why Wisconsin's top elections official says not suspending the rule could have meant tens of thousands of people without a vote at all.
Naomi, thank you. A new statue honoring civil rights pioneer and Wisconsin native Vel Phillips will soon find its home at the state capitol.
This is an opportunity to maintain this idea of moving forward. This monument should be for those folks going forward, for the girls, for the boys, for all of us to look forward.
Philip's son Mike spoke about what his mother's statue will mean for the community and how he hopes it will keep Wisconsin moving forward. Vel Phillips had many firsts in her lifetime. The first black woman to graduate from UW-Madison Law School and the first woman elected to the Milwaukee Common Council. She was also Wisconsin's first black judge. The statue is expected to be finished between late next year and early 2023.
Chaos on a train in Japan after police say a man dressed as the Joker went on a stabbing spree. Witnesses say the suspect stabbed a man sitting next to him before attacking other commuters on the Tokyo train last night. The suspect then started a fire in his subway car, causing an explosion. Dozens of people tried to escape through windows before police arrived. Officers say the suspect told them he admires the infamous comic book villain and wanted to kill someone so he could get the death penalty. 17 people were injured in the incident. One man is still in critical condition. Meanwhile, crews in Nigeria continue to search for dozens missing after a 21-story building collapse. Unclear how many people were in the building when it fell. Residents say the building had been under construction for the past 2 years, but it's unclear what caused the collapse. The effects of the 2018 natural gas explosion in downtown Sun Prairie continue to ripple through that community.
When we come back, how the state is helping the city continue to rebuild.
And on Wall Street today, the Dow briefly topped the 36,000 milestone today before closing up 94 at 35,913. The Nasdaq up 97. The S&P adds 8. We'll be right back.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special with our award-winning cave-aged Maurice cheese. Pick and save. Hey, you're right, we can't stop now. Let's take the special up a level with fresh, never frozen prime beef. Still not special enough? Add some surf to that turf with our sustainably caught seafood. Turn your taste buds up to 11 and have a doubly special holiday with Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Avoid the crowds and save like it's Black Friday now at Grand Appliance. For a limited time, get Black Friday pricing plus up to $1,000 in additional Grand exclusive package savings on top brands. Like this Samsung stainless steel kitchen package with 25 cubic foot French door refrigerator and convection gas range for just $27.43. Shop in store or online at grandappliance.com. Grand Appliance. Appliance experts since 1930.
I have worked at Huffcore for the last 36 years.
Huffcore closing the plant, moving production to Mexico.
I gave my life and my body to that place. Ron Johnson pushed through a tax law that rewards outsourcing. Companies can bring profits back from Mexico tax-free. And worse, Ron Johnson profited personally from outsourcing. He has doubled his wealth since taking office. Tell Ron Johnson to stop putting his profits above our jobs.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
A new mask ordinance extension. We asked Dane County residents how they feel about that added time and the claims of voter fraud at Wisconsin nursing home. We'll hear from the WEC and recap the chaos surrounding the allegations. That's tonight at 6.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind. Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning. You're watching
watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. The U.S. Supreme Court heard challenges today to the restrictive Texas abortion law that allows private citizens rather than state officials to enforce the law. Citizens can sue anyone involved in the process of obtaining an abortion.
Abortion advocates warn it is the biggest threat to reproductive rights in decades. Natalie Brand has more from the U.S. Supreme Court.
Abortion is healthcare. Healthcare is a right. Let their hearts beat.
Demonstrators gathered outside of the U.S. Supreme Court as the justices heard two challenges to the strict Texas law that restricts abortion as soon as a fetal heartbeat is detected.
It is important to protect life in law. If someone needs to have an abortion, they should be able to do so.
But Monday's arguments focused on legal questions around the law's enforcement mechanism, not abortion itself. The statute allows private citizens to bring civil lawsuits with penalties of at least $10,000 for violating the law. Abortion providers and the Biden administration say that the law was intentionally designed to try and evade federal review.
It's an attack on the authority of this court to say what the law is and to have that judgment respected across the 50 states.
The Texas Attorney General argues neither the providers nor the U.S. Justice Department has the legal standing to sue.
The United States cannot seriously assert that the Constitution requires pre-enforcement federal judicial review.
In exactly 1 month, the High Court will hear arguments on a Mississippi law that bans abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy. That case is a direct challenge to the landmark Roe v. Wade decision that legalized abortion in 1973. The high-stakes arguments come as many conservative-leaning states across the country have passed abortion restrictions. It's part of an effort to get the issue of abortion before the newly conservative Supreme Court, with 6 conservative justices, including 3 appointed by former President Trump. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
Today, the Supreme Court sent another case dealing with abortion back to the lower courts for further review. The case was brought by religious groups in New York against a state regulation that requires employer health insurance plans cover abortions.
The state is helping Sun Prairie continue to recover from the devastating 2018 natural gas explosion. The Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation giving the city a $250,000 grant to help support the construction of a 3-story building on East Main Street. Glass Nickel Pizza will relocate downtown and move into the ground floor. The 2 upper floors will house 10 new apartments.
In this case, Sun Prairie came to us and said, we want to support this redevelopment of this property, and we were able to do that. But so what you really see is the community and the private sector and the government all working together to make this happen.
The new building should be ready for occupancy by the middle of next year.
Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is back from his Hawaii trip. You look at you, sunny face. You definitely got a tan.
Helps with the makeup, you know.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. No, the weather was perfect there. Highs in the mid-80s and sunny sky. I don't want to rub it in, but now temperatures are closer to what we expect for this time of year. In fact, even a little cooler than normal. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. That cool weather will last through Wednesday with high temperatures in the lower 40s the next couple of days. But as we head toward Friday and into next week, temperatures will be back into the lower to middle 50s. A couple days might be close to the upper 50s. And that's a little above average for this time of year. By that time, the average high temperature should be around 50 degrees. And dry weather is expected through Tuesday of next week. Probably the next chance of showers will be Tuesday night into Wednesday and Thursday. And even those chances are kind of iffy. As we take a look at our precipitation for the month of October, we picked up 1.84 inches of rain. That was almost an inch below normal. Since the start of meteorological fall, September 1st, we're about 2 inches below normal. And since the start of the year, we're over a foot of precipitation down compared to average. And over the next 10 days, this is through Thursday afternoon of next week, notice even those showers the middle part of next week not going to amount to very much, probably less than 1/10 of an inch over much of southern Wisconsin. The heavier precipitation will be more favored up toward Lake Superior, where some of that could even fall in the form of lake effect snow. But the U.S. Drought Monitor updated as of October 26th fixed. You can still see moderate drought conditions down near the Illinois state line and around the Madison area. Much of the rest of the state is starting to get back into that abnormally dry condition, other than the eastern parts of the state and just south of La Crosse. But as the country as a whole, we continue to see that exceptional drought over parts of California into Nevada, up into Montana and Wyoming, or Washington and Oregon. The good news there was the heavy rain, the unusually heavy rain that they had last week, probably put an end to the fire season, but still they're going to continue to run into drought conditions long term. Now, the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook calls for above normal precipitation into the Pacific Northwest. The below normal precipitation shifts to our south and east. We're expected to see equal chances of above or below normal precipitation. The 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook, this takes us through the middle of November, does call for a slightly elevated chance of above normal precipitation. The weather pattern may become active beyond the 10-day forecast. So as we check out our forecast for tomorrow, look for skies to be partly sunny, but it will be a chilly day. High temperature topping out only at 43 degrees. 7 to 10-day forecast, 43 on Wednesday, 47 on Thursday. Lots of sunshine in there, especially Thursday and Friday. And then as we head into the weekend, those temperatures get up into the middle 50s. You can see breezy conditions on a couple of days. And again, that chance of showers probably Tuesday night into Wednesday and Thursday of next week. As we check out first warn traffic, looks like a good day out there on the Beltline. A lot of the construction starting to wind down, so traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions on the Beltline, as well as I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison. Travel times right now about 15 minutes either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-39, 90. Middleton to Sauk City on US 12 is a 17-minute commute. Downtown from East Blair Street to Highway 19 in Sun Prairie is an 18-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. A major ramp closure on the interstate overnight is going to bring significant backups tomorrow. The ramp for traffic on southbound I-39-90 to the Beltline will be closed starting at 2 a.m. for just over 24 hours. In addition, the southbound interstate will be reduced to 2 lanes. If you're coming from the north trying to get to the Beltline, the DOT says use Stoughton Road.
Coming up, astronauts will have to wait a little longer to make it to space. Find out why this most recent trip has been delayed after a short break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Menards is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Valvoline keeps your vehicles on the road and running at peak performance. Advanced full synthetic motor oil protects your engine against all types of deposits. $4.99 after 11% rebate. As the temperature gets cooler, pick up some Howe's Diesel Conditioner. Diesel Conditioner prevents fuel from gelling while increasing fuel economy. $8.49 after 11% rebate. Get 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
He doesn't just talk.
Democrat Alex Lasry
Gets it done. Helped build Pfizer Forum on progressive values. Wages, $15 an hour. Materials, 80% from Wisconsin. Environmentally cutting edge.
Alex Lasry
Leader on social justice. Proven activist for voting rights.
Alex Lasry
The Democrat to beat Ron Johnson. It's why Alex Lasry is endorsed by Wisconsin's leading unions. For Senate, Alex Lasry.
I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew Warden, board-certified plastic surgeon and host of The Doctors. If you're like most people struggling with areas of stubborn, diet-resistant body body fat, then it's time you call Sono Bello.
I lost 2 inches here in the waist, and I lost 3.5 inches here in my hips.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
I got to buy 4 brand new bikinis. I had abs after Sono Bello.
Sono Bello can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just 1 visit.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly on your stomach, back, or even your thighs.
I actually tried a bikini on, and I looked in the mirror and I thought, wow.
Call 1-855-417-8921 or go to sonobello.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The SpaceX crew will have to wait a few more days to make it to space after their Dragon launch was postponed. The launch was rescheduled due to the weather. NASA says a large storm system would have made the journey unsafe. The flight is now scheduled for Wednesday evening. The purpose of the mission is to deliver 4 astronauts to the International Space Station to relieve the 4-person crew that has been there for the past 6 months. Billionaire Elon Musk says he's willing to donate $6 billion to end world hunger. The Tesla founder and CEO says he made the offer in response to a claim by the director of the UN's World Food Program. David Beasley says $6 billion would help 42 million people around the world, and he's calling on billionaires across the globe to donate. Musk says he will only donate the money if Beasley can prove and detail how it will be spent to solve the issue.
Well, the Wisconsin Union Terrace chairs going back into storage for the winter months today, marking the end of the terrace season. The first terrace season was back in 1929, and since its debut along the shore of Lake Mendota, generations of Wisconsin Union members and, of course, university guests have made the terrace part of their Madison summertime traditions. But, of course, as the weather gets a little cooler, likelihood of the first snowfall of the year increases in the weeks ahead. This is about the time you see them packing up the chairs and bringing them inside. That makes me hurt a little bit every year when I see that. Final check of your first warn forecast when we return. Stay with us.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
Save now on furniture with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection of inventory available now. Your choice 2-piece sofa and love seater sectional, just $9.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pills and inferior technology that hurts and just masks your ED. Fix it for good. The best part, our ED treatment is non-invasive, painless, and you can get back to your natural functionability after just a few short in-office sessions. Call us today and mention this ad, and your initial consultation is free. We are Madison's trusted specialist and only national erectile dysfunction provider. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
It's time to choose a Medicare plan. So why not choose a 5-star Medicare Advantage HMO plan from Quartz? Starting as low as $0 per month, including medical, hospital, and prescriptions, and dental, vision, and hearing aid benefits. Learn more. Call us today to find a plan that fits your budget and your lifestyle. Quartz offers the region's top-rated Medicare Advantage plans, and they're now even more exciting. New for 2022, the Quartz Cash Card gives you the freedom to spend up to $460 annually on a variety of health-related products and services. And Quartz gives you access to an all-star team of high-quality providers, featuring UW Health, giving you the 5-star treatment you deserve. Because at Quartz, you're the star of our 5-star Medicare Advantage plans. Don't wait. Call now to get plan details from Quartz or speak with one of our enrollment specialists today.
When winter gets tough, get tougher. Outwork it. Outsmart it. Chew it up, spit it back out. Put winter in its place with the X Series, engineered for extreme. Visit your local Cub Cadet dealer for expert advice, superior service, and now, exceptional financing options. Take advantage of the X Series lineup today. To find a locally owned dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
Save on the best name brand mattresses with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection in stock now. Your choice, 14-inch firm or plush queen mattress, just $4.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. American Airlines cancels thousands of flights, blaming bad weather and staffing shortages. How the latest flight delays could impact your Thanksgiving travel. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
Let's go back to Gary. Final check of the forecast.
Well, skies have clouded up, at least for the time being here in Madison. You can see on the live view from the WIC Skycam looking out toward the east, a patch of clouds coming through, but already some breaks starting to appear in the clouds out toward Platteville. So don't expect the clouds to be thick for too long of a period of time. And actually, it would be good if they could stick around for a while because that'll just keep temperatures up. But right now, we're already down to 42 in Madison, the upper 30s in the Dells and in Juneau. And you can see those dew point temperatures are very low. They're in the lower 20s, so the air is very dry. By tomorrow morning, I'm looking for a low of about 27 in Madison, with clear to partly cloudy skies overnight. Tomorrow, partly sunny, chilly, high temperature at 43, and probably about 43 for Wednesday before we climb up to 47 on Thursday, 51 on Friday. Mid-50s over the weekend and mid to upper 50s early next week. Now, there'll be some shower chances, but probably not until Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. And even those, probably not much more than about a 30% chance at this point, so it's possible it could even stay dry there.
All right, Gary, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next. Stand by.